Hey everyone, this is Alex. Recently, I built a custom Shopify theme for Shopify Marketplace, and I want to quickly share my experience of how I did it and what was my setup. So maybe it can help you to develop your own product. So first of all, if you are just starting, the first thing you need to do is go to Shopify. Search for Shopify AI Toolkit. This is a plugin basically that connects your agent with skills with MCP server that Shopify provides. So your agent can read documentation, read API, and knows how to structure, how to build your theme. So if you navigate to this page, Shopify AI Toolkit, you will find instructions how you install it. So basically they have instructions here for Claude Code, Codex, and any other AI agent. So in my case, I'm using Claude, for example, so I can just run this command and it would just install it as a plugin. And if I go to my IDE, so obviously you need some kind of IDE if you are planning to read and review your code. So in my case, I'm using VS Code. And just here's I have Cloud Code CLI installed. And this is like a new session. So, and if I just type /plugin, as you can see, we have a list of installed plugins right here. So as you can see here, I have Shopify plugin installed. It shows Shopify AI Toolkit enabled, 19 skills, 5 used, not in use in 22 days. So if I go here, you will see basically the list of skills available. So it has all the information about basically about documentation, how to structure blocks, how to structure section, etc. So this is must-use tool if you are just starting, because it can help you to scaffold, to start quickly start iterating and building blocks basically for your theme. Then my next recommendation, and just go to theme store requirements and then try reading it and see what they are basically expecting here. So one warning from the beginning, that your theme needs to be like super unique. It shouldn't be based on existing themes. Like you cannot just take existing Horizon and then just rebuild it from there. So you have to start from scratch. Actually, what they're recommending here is start building from Shopify Skeleton theme. So just click this link. You will find GitHub repo. So this is where you can download the code for Shopify Skeleton theme. And this is what you give to your agent. This is what your starting point basically. So once you pull this repo into your machine, so then basically it will contain all the necessary folders and sections and like directories and files. And additionally, it will contain also agents.md, Claude.md, as you can see here in their official repo. Yeah, they don't have agents.md. I think these are installed later on, but they have README and code of contact. So once you install it, you'll have this kind of like structure. And this basically also contains some instructions for your agents to understand how to build it. I think, let me check it. Yeah, it's not here. So I think that in my case, I also installed and used some custom skill basically that adds all these instructions here. So once you have it, you basically point your agent, you launch your agent from this directory, and then you start prompting. Basically, that's what you're doing. So in my case, I have some issue here with hotspot. So I'm just prompting and my agent is trying to fix this issue. But we'll get back to this later. So first of all, what you need, after you install this, of course, this is not the end. Next, you need to install what it calls Shopify CLI. So just search something like Shopify Theme Development CLI. Let me search it here. And you'll have, I think this the second one. Let me just go back. Shopify CLI for themes. Yeah, if you're planning to build a theme, this is like the first thing you're gonna install. So it includes things like theme check, for example, is checking your code, validating that it's valid. If you're planning to build apps, it's a bit different, I guess. I don't know, I did not try to build apps, so I'm focusing on themes. So I'm using specifically this. And here they mentioned that this is like Shopify theme dev, the most important command. So first, let's go to installation and then click start building theme. And then here, yeah, they recommend you basically here to install a Shopify skeleton theme as I suggested. And then they said that requirements, you've installed Shopify CLI. So let me just open this in a new tab. Yes, and this is their CLI, their tool basically that helps you to integrate, basically communicate with Shopify API. So installation is very simple. So if you use npm, just npm install globally Shopify at CLI at latest. And once you've done it, so it will install globally on your machine, and you'll be able to run CLI commands. Let me just open a new terminal here, and then let me just try Shopify. I forgot dash version, I think. Let's try to check this. Okay, and if you type Shopify dash version, you can see that CLI version installed, and then it shows your runtime. Basically, in my case, is Node. And then you'll be able to run Shopify commands. Like you can also type something like Shopify help, for example, and it will list some list of commands. Let's try it. So these are the first thing that I would just do. Okay, Shopify, yes, okay, Shopify help, and here, yeah, it says, so Shopify app, Shopify store, Shopify doc, Shopify config, Shopify auth. The first thing I think you'll need to do is to authenticate, as I remember. Let me just check it first. So basically, this is the page that you need to read first. So again, here they recommend skeleton theme. The next, Shopify CLI, and then you need to, of course, you need to have a dev store. So this is where you have your development store account, where you have your own basically products. You can create. This is like your store where you practice basically develop and building. You have your products, and your Shopify CLI connects to this store and basically synchronize and do all kind of operations with this store. So obviously you need to have your dev store, and for this you need to create a free partner account. I think it calls partner. Let me check. It calls Shopify partners. Yeah. And from here, basically, again, here they just recommend you to start with this command, Shopify app latest, if you plan to build apps. And then here you can navigate to stores, and this is where you create your stores, where your like development stores, right? If you plan to develop. And you just create a new store. It's a development store. So let me just try to click create store. It launches this, it opens this new screen where you pick, of course, you need to pick dev, you give it a name. For plan, you can just stick with basic, and then generate test data for store. It depends if you want it. It would just populate some products, some default gateway. If you start in just developing, you can try to do this because it would just set some payment gateway, for example, upload some products, but obviously you would need to edit it, modify it later. And then you click create store. It creates a new store for you. And you will see, you'll find it here. In your dev dashboard, you'll find your store right here. Okay, and from here, so now you have CLI installed, you have your dev store. Next, you would need to, let me just go back here. I think that, yes, you need to initialize your theme. So next step is to initialize your theme. So you start with Shopify theme init. It would just create like a foundation, basically, for your new theme. And then next you start your development server. So after that, because you have CLI installed, your Shopify CLI installed, your AI agent installed, next you need to start your development server. And so for this, you run this command here, Shopify theme dev, with a store flag that will basically connect to your store. And what you can do is also you can just basically ask your agent if you already connected your Claude, right? So you just open Claude and then you just tell that how do I start my development server, because it already knows, it already connects to Shopify API. It already can suggest you this, what commands you need to type basically. But what you need next is to start development server. So let me just find it. How do I start it here? So yeah, you will type this Shopify theme dev and then -- store flag and then name of your store, which in my case is kuchara.myshopify.com. This is my link to my store. And so this basically points your local development to this store that you created, to the dev store. And then the last flag is I'm using is theme editor sync. So it means that every time I make some changes in the editor and theme editor, and I'll talk about this later, they are getting synchronized to your local development. So you'll get it synchronized in your templates, these JSON files. So I'm running this. So let me just run this command here, and let's see what will happen. So yours will probably be different because first you'll need to authenticate. Of course, there will be authentication. You'll need to like basically log in and allow to authenticate with your store so that your local CLI will connect with your remote. You will basically authenticate it. So yeah, they have here auth command, as you can see right here. So, but once you authenticate, you'll start developing, it will launch a server for you that you can basically see your store on your local machine. But since I already, in the process of development, I already have a working theme and I have development server, it tells me that my local version doesn't match my remote version. And it asks me that, should I keep remote version or should I keep local version? So in this case, I'm going to keep my local version because I want that my local changes that I'm doing are going to stay in my machine. I don't want to synchronize, to pull them basically from remote. And as you can see, so now it launched the server, and now I can navigate in this link. It opens in my browser here, but if you just click T as a shortcut right here, if I type T on my keyboard, yeah, it opens this 127.92 as a preview of my theme, basically running on my local machine, right? And it synchronizes the data, all the products and collections from my dev store. Okay, so that's important to understand. If I want to go to editor, right, I use this link here. And here, as you can see, there's also this shortcut that you can just press E on your keyboard. You can type E and open editor. Let me just open it. So, and this is where you customize and see all the blocks and sections and theme settings. And this is where you can customize your theme and like upload images. And when you're doing this, when you're uploading images or changing some, for example, text or something, it's automatically synchronizing back to your local files because of this flag that I pass here, theme editor sync. So this flag will basically ensure that it synchronizes back to your machine. So now I have my local, this is my local preview, local dev server running, and this is my editor preview. This is where I can make customization. These are all the blocks, for example, all the sections. I can select slideshow. I see all the settings here. And how you create all of this, that's another probably topic for another video because this video is getting longer. So, but let me just show you the last thing and we'll wrap up here. So if you open your dev store that you just created, right? If you click this link, it would open it, your like admin for this store. And this is where you actually manage all your products, collections, your settings for your store. So if I navigate to products, I'll find here a list of my products. So this is where you upload products, you create collections, you manage your inventory, you manage your categories and all of this. And here there's another useful thing that Shopify provides. They have this Shopify Sidekick Assistant. So when you want to ask some question where you're confused, if you never worked with Shopify, you just ask like, how do I change language? Just ask this assistant here. It's appearing here, this icon right here. It's called Sidekick. And just ask question and it will just navigate for you, or it will suggest you what you need to do. It knows everything about how everything works. So this has been really helpful for me. I was using this assistant because instead of just prompting your local agent, you can just ask this assistant directly here, which is also free. And it cannot do everything. Like sometimes it doesn't have permissions to edit something, but it will suggest you what you need to do, where you need to navigate. So really helpful. Try using it. And so this is basically my dashboard where I upload products and do all the stuff. And when I upload here, for example, let me just open this product. I change something about this product. It will automatically synchronize to your demo that you are running right here in your local dev server. Every time you make some changes to your product, so I upload some new image, I change description, I add new category, new variant, it synchronizes back to my local dev server. So that's the benefit of using Shopify CLI. And then the benefit of using Shopify AI plugin is that you can just prompt your agent and tell build something or fix something, and it has access to docs. It can read all the API, how everything should be structured. But as I mentioned, it's a very long video, so I'm gonna probably shoot it later. So let me know if you find it useful. This is how you start development basically from scratch. This is like if you've never worked with Shopify before, that's your first steps. So number one, install CLI, create a dev store. And then number three is to install AI agent to connect with your agents, MCP and all of this, and then you're good to go. You're ready to start. Next steps is that you start developing and building all these blocks, uploading products, building features, customizing anything that you want. And once you are ready, if you finish, you can submit your product to Marketplace, which is another probably video because there's a lot of requirements. If you want to know more, just let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can help you. Just leave a comment below what types of videos you want to see. Do you want to see something about the Shopify development or how to develop certain features or anything, and I'll try to do my best to help you out. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you again. Have a great day and God bless. See you.